You academics need to be interested. There's a deluge of personal stories, literally a flood of personal stories that get literally no attention, whether from the media or academics, and largely is in the realm of the unconscious in the public discourses of today. And that is the effect of the Islamophobic hate tracts, whether in media or books or lectures or so on concrete individuals in variety of circumstance. And I'll just give you just a recent sample of something I pulled off my shelves because there's so much of it. I'll share these examples with you. March 19, 2008, Denmark. Dennis Osger Uzon, a 16-year-old Muslim, attacked by a group yelling anti-Islamic slurs, extremists, terrorists, assaulted with a baseball bat and a hammer. She died the following day after sustaining severe brain damage. UK, May 15, 2007, Asma al-Din. Could be either Asma al-Din or Ismat al-Din, I'm not sure. A 23-year-old woman attacked by a gang again, repeatedly beaten, anti-Islamic slurs, extremist terrorists, so on and so forth. She survived. She sustained a fractured eye socket, required surgery on her eyes and heads. January 14, 2007, the U.S., New York, a 26-year-old man of Yemeni ethnicity but a U.S. citizen, attacked by a gang. Victim was thrown to the ground, sustained a fracture under one eye, a broken nose, cuts requiring 6 stitches on his face, and staples to the back of his head. This one, UK again. September 15, 2007, 52-year-old Zohra Asimi. Zohra, she owned a salon, a nail salon, of Iranian Persian ethnicity. 2 attackers forced their way into her store at gunpoint, slammed her head on a counter, shoved a towel in her mouth, smashed her hand with a hammer, sliced her face, neck, back, and chest with a knife and a box cutter while calling her a terrorist and cursing at her and at Allah. Interestingly, after having scrawled anti-Muslim messages on the mirrors and vandalizing the shop, they left. The police have not made arrests yet. If you're not already into a bit of the picture of horror that invites one to come out of their ivory tower. This again is a UK, this event in 2009, November 5th, is rather fascinating because this is a group of people, City University, England, who prayed Friday congregational prayers in the basement of a building on the university. Thursday, they are attacked by a gang of people yelling anti-Islamic slurs, etc., etc. There are minor energies. It's reported to the police. The police doesn't react, at least immediately. Then the second day, another attack. Again, the gang yells slurs, throws bottles, rocks. One guy is hit with a stick. And then the police shows up and disperses both sides. The gang assaulting the students and say, go home. After the police disperses the group, the gang circles around and intercepts 3 of the students and assaults them. And this time, 3 of the students are stabbed. One of them becomes permanently paralyzed after being stabbed in the spinal area. Actually, I misspoke. 4 people attacked by 30 people. This is after the police had dispersed them. The attack is with metal poles, bricks, and knives. Then, a well-known case, at least to people like myself, of Yasser Abdul Muttalib. Yasser Abdul Muttalib is a PhD student. This fellow studying at Edinburgh, his 2 brothers studying at Oxford, accosted by a gang, again, yelling anti-Islamic slurs, calling him a terrorist. Yasser was going to Friday prayers, so he was wearing a white garb, which apparently is what made the attackers target him as a Muslim. And this one doesn't end up with any good news at all, because Yasser Abdul Muttalib is killed in the attack. He's beaten to death, basically. Then, of course, the famous case that suspect some of you might have heard of. In 2007, this is a famous case of the UK imam at London Central Mosque, approached by a guy who claims that he wants to convert to Islam, and then he's attacked and he has his eyes gouged out. And incidentally, the imam did not want to pursue did not want to become a public, well-known figure. There is a concrete, other than various human rights reports and that document, including by the FBI, the rise of hate crimes and so on. But that in itself doesn't give you a full sense of the depth, the roots of this problem.